Hello, my name is Kirioth, and this is Grimaldus. He is back. There's a new model for him. He's going to be Primarisified. We knew it was going to happen, but are we excited? That's the question. I think so. Now, I managed to click this before I saw any images. This is going to be the first time I see this. I'm looking forward to this. I'm going in blind. Blind, I tell you. Now, let's take a look at the man himself. I'm not clicking that because I don't want any copyright claims. God damn you, you fake Anyway, as it says, both High Marshal Helbrecht and the Emperor's Champion have crossed the Rubicon Primaris, so it's only a matter of time before the Black Templars Firebrand High Chaplain followed suit. Has any important Space Marine not crossed it successfully? It's supposed to be super risky, and there's a good chance that it'll mess up and you'll just die. Apparently, not the case if you've got that sweet, sweet plot armour. So he is in a shiny new suit of Tacitus armour, but the detailing is full of callbacks to his classic miniature. Okay. And he looks... You know what? I think that looks pretty decent. Again, I think they've kept this fairly true. I mean, there we have the old one, the old model. It's definitely getting on a little bit now, a little bit stunty, a little bit short. Some of the detailing is a little soft, perhaps, for my taste, but that's a decent reimagining. I'm not sure about the big belt, I'll be honest. I have to admit, I quite like the older one. Although the skulls all facing inwards is something of an acquired taste that I'm not really... well, I just don't like it. Also, I've never noticed before that it looks like he's got a door knocker around his gut, which is an interesting aesthetic choice, and I'm sure he loves it, but it's not quite my thing. This, however, this I think looks alright. There is... Oh, see, this is weird, actually, because I'm not sure I like the belt now, but I don't like the belt on this one either. So I think really that's just for me. That's the only minus point, but it applies to both models. I don't like that, and I'm not a big fan of this either. That is a more, I would say, sensible arrangement of like the old motif, if you will. The power pack with the candles looks really good. The helmet still looks quality. I do like that helmet. The Crozius has had a little bit of tweaking. It's not quite the same as it was before. It's a little bit... What do we reckon? A little bit longer. The haft is definitely different. Like the grip is definitely different. It still looks good though. I will say I like the bonding studs on the shins look good. The skulls on the knees have just got that extra bit of added detail. That's really nice. That's an improvement, I think. Now the length of chain on the weapons is more sensible, okay? Definitely more sensible. 100% more sensible. We can agree on that. However, there's something to be said for the chain on the gun wrapping round so many times. Not as sensible, but I think more stylised, and I do like that. I think, if anything, it's lost a little bit from not having an excessively long chain. But then again, I wrap all of my miniatures in chain, that's just what I like to do, and so that might be why I prefer the older one in that respect. The big old purity sails, this kind of scriptures down the front of him, have been transplanted pretty well. They're not quite one for one, but they're relatively close. They look decent. Yeah, overall, again, this is a decent glow-up. This is a decent reimagining of a much-loved model. They've not gone too far astray. They've not, gone into pastures unknown. But it is a nice update to what was, I think, a decent model to begin with. Just notice this. Oh yeah, he does still have the studs on his helmet. That's fine. Okay, that's cool. Just for a second, they're just less pronounced. I think they've been painted a bit different. There's just like a little dot. I think also the studs on the helmet are just that bit finer because it's that much newer. But I think that's a good looking lad. I think that's a decent looking lad. I think the pose is a little bit more coherent. Maybe not actually. No, that's not a fair criticism. That's not a fair criticism. They're both pretty coherent pose-wise. I think maybe holding the Crozius that way looks a bit better than holding up that way, because that's very reminiscent of the Emperor's Champion. That's like a direct mirror of that pose, and I don't know that you need two. I don't think you need two with like the same kind of forward walk, weapon up look. I don't know that that's really great when you've got. Yeah, I don't know. I think definitely prefer the pose there. Now, what of his lads? Does he still have his lads? He does still have his lads. Excellent, nice. So yeah, he had a building collapsed on him, as I'm sure you know, but he pulled himself out of it, carrying 3 holy relics of the temple. And so now he's just got 3 servitors that walk along with him carrying them. The servitors, that is a very good upgrade. Like that is a good update. I like that. That's nice. Very kind of very similar feel, but just updated. You've still got the lad with the grill over his face for shouting at people, so that's nice. The banner looks great. The skeleton is okay. Yeah, it's alright, it's fine. I do like the candles. The candles on the banner look really nice. The banner's definitely had a significant upgrade. Like, that's way more impressive now. It's going to be way harder to paint, but it looks more impressive. And that big Aquila that's being carried on the other one's back, I like that is now that little bit bigger. It just makes it more significant. I don't think it takes anything away. I would suggest that all it really does in terms of adding is just to make it feel more important than it did before. But I like it. That's cool. So they've got the Banner of Fallen Crusaders, the Sceptre of Anointing, and the Remnant of the Fallen Temple. Yep, nice. And that's some solid artwork. Love it. I do like this. This is a good little picture here. This is nice. Oh! So as a chaplain, he's a dab hand at inspiring his fellow Astartes to fight harder, making him an excellent commander for smaller forces, like the one found in the Black Templar's army. But what a coincidence. Do you think he might be available at the same time? Oh, it could be, couldn't it? But yeah, overall like that. That's a decent update. That is a decent update. Not too much has changed. A lot of it is just better detail, finer detail. The pose is not quite as good in my opinion. I would have liked a bit more chain. I don't know what the solution is for the belt, but neither the old one or the new one does it for me. And yeah, I just wish he wasn't, like, it's just a bit too similar to the Emperor's Champion, that pose. Just a bit too similar. But you know what, overall, I think that's a decent looking model. That is a decent model. Is it weird that I'd love to take the sword off the back of it and actually have that as a weapon for someone? Just wielding a broken sword, a broken power sword. That'd look cool. I mean, that would definitely look cool. Anyway, what do you reckon? Good, bad, nice update? Not quite to your taste? Anything standing out as being particularly excellent, or stuff that you would prefer not to have been changed? Let me know in the comments down below. I won't be releasing a video tomorrow, but on Wednesday we will be talking about the Leaked Games Workshop NDA. I want to make sure, I've been working on that video for a couple of days, I want to make sure that is really clear, really, like, no messing about, just fully without error. Well, that's what I'm aiming for with that, so it's taking a bit of extra time, but we are going to talk about it. Anyway, let me know what you think of this lad in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like, don't click if you don't want to. There's an affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can use to support the channel if you would like. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.